Hola Lodgecasters, bienvenidos a Lodgecast, el podcast oficial de gentlemansavenue.com. wait, what is up with that intro? Let's try that again. Hey Lodgecasters, welcome to the Lodgecast, the official podcast of gentlemansavenue.com. I'm Mr. M, your host. We're being recorded right now in Whittier, California, at the Lodge, aka my garage. All right, folks, this is an unexpected episode. This is kind of like totally off the cuff, last minute, but, there's no method to my madness. There's no box here. The Lodgecast functions as a living, breathing organism, okay? Like I said before, this is a community. It's a community for everyone. And, it's been a crazy week. Just this last week, we released the episode 4 days ago from the filming. Today's February 26, 2017. So 4 days ago, we released the pilot. And a week ago, to date, we filmed the pilot. So this is a little bit out of sequence from what I normally wanted. But like I said, there is no box here. And this episode, there'll be a few episodes in between the pilot and this episode airing. So this episode will air later after 2 episodes. Hopefully I confused you enough. If I didn't, well then sit back and just wait. I'll confuse you some more. This morning, it's been a rainy morning. For a minute there, I thought, you know what? It's really cold. It's been raining and it's going to let up, right? The sun is out. We'll be good to go. But it started raining again as our guest got here to the set. And so we're going to be just having a good time today. And as you know, in Gentleman's Avenue, one thing that I've been fortunate in my travels and through not only social media, because obviously in social media you're able to travel, right? You're able to virtually go places where you'll never be, or at the moment you just can't be. But locally, I've had the privilege to meet an individual that's just a really stand-up guy, and there's some people that you hope to forget when you meet them, and then there's others that just are unforgettable and just cool as hell and a stand-up guy. And the individual we have here today is one of those type of folks, just one of those people that you meet that you just know, their intentions are good and they're not out there just trying to, screw everybody, and they, have a bad reputation. This individual has a great reputation. And today he's brought a few friends along with him. And I'd like to invite Tim and his guest to our set. Come on in, guys. Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿cómo estás?
All right. So for those of you who don't know, we have Tim here from Syndicate barbershop, and we also have, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Damián Flores from Bravos.
And?
Alexander Reyes de Bravos.
Mm-hmm. So, Tim
from Syndicate barbershop.
Now, Tim is, I think Tim and I met maybe about in 2013.
Yeah.
We were doing the book, and right. I don't remember exactly who actually turned me on or said, hey, you got to check out this shop. Maybe it was Jimmy. It might have been Jimmy. And we went down there and we did a photo shoot for our book, Revival of the Traditional Barbershop, which is still in progress. And you guys, Syndicate Barbershop, Tim and Chris are the owners, right?
Yeah, he's my partner.
Yeah. And you guys
Did you just put out the cover recently?
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, we just got.
Was that the cover?
Yeah, that's the final cover.
You got some good people on the cover there.
Especially the 2 guys sitting in front of the shop, right?
Yeah, right.
Which is Tim and Chris. You guys are located right there, what, on 2nd Street?
No, Broadway and Temple. Yeah.
Broadway and Temple. And, and the thing I like about that area of Long Beach is, it's not that, like you guys have a couple bars, a couple cool shops in that area. It's not just the bars, you know what I mean? All Lace Street, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere in between downtown and Yuppieville, I guess. A couple streets from the beach.
Yeah. Oh yeah, really close to the beach.
Yeah, it's a cool area.
So what Tim texted me, I guess maybe about 3 or 4 days ago, and was like, hey, we got some barbers here in town. They're visiting my shop. They're from Mexico. And he's like, do you speak Spanish? And I said, yes, I do. And he had me on speakerphone at that moment. And so I was able to talk to to Alex, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm Damien
Damien and Alex.
and Alex.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was able to speak with them. And Damien, where are you guys from? Why don't you tell the folks where you guys are from?
Well, we are from Monterrey, Mexico. We are located on downtown Monterrey. And, well, we'll just visit California and see what's going on.
What's the name of your barbershop?
Bravos?
Bravos.
Yeah, that's the name of the barbershop that I own.
Okay, and so that's the name of you guys. What does Bravos mean?
It's just a word that we just want to put the name like something hard, something for gentlemen, because this is a traditional barbershop. So it's kind of a hard word, like to remember the Bravos, the strong guys, the strong barbers from Mexico.
So Bravos means brave, right?
Yeah.
So but it's also like macho, right?
Yeah, we want to put the name that remember us like a Mexican, like machos, like strong guys, like you know what I mean, like. I'm not as strong, but
well, Tim just felt up Damien, but I believe it was consensual.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working.
And so we have Damien and Alex.
Yeah, Alex is he's work with me. He's the guy. He's staying with me when I start the shop because I start alone on my garage in my house. So I started like on the downtown, and I invited Alex because he's a good barber. So he's coming with me. We are just started like travel to around the world, and we started in California just to know what's going on with the barbers around the world.
Okay. So
Where's that new tat?
We got a tattoo from California.
Okay. Well, for those of you not watching the vodcast, and I always recommend that you log into our website and watch it, because some of the stuff is great to listen to on the podcast, but go ahead and show the camera. Go ahead and show them your tattoo. It says Cali Tour.
Yeah, we want to get a memory from our trip to California, and I'm just ask Tim that if he knows somebody who can make the tattoo at the middle of the night. So
Who did it, Tim? Who tattooed
My
him?
friend Ryan Bloom.
Okay.
he's a badass tattooer. So, yeah.
Did you get one? Did Alex get one?
Alex also, yeah.
Alex, let's see both of them. Both of you lift up your arms and show it to the camera. Look at that.
Yeah,
Both of
those
them
came
have
out
this
sick.
beautiful, it's kind of like a Sailor Jerry-esque kind of like sunset with the,
Right.
palm tree, right? It's
Yeah.
real classic Americana.
Yeah.
Did you guys learn how to ask for a hamburger?
Alex, that's the word for Alex. But yeah.
Alex, can you say it on the mic? Get a little closer and go ahead and say it.
Puedes decir que quieres una hamburguesa en inglés. ¿Cómo dices?
Can,
Give me a burger, please.
and I joke with them because on social media, at Instagram, their handle is bravos.mx.
Yeah,
on
Bravos
Instagram.
Dynamics.
So I looked them up because I asked Tim yesterday about, I wanted to do a little research on them, and I saw a video of them announcing their tour to California.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And I have Mr. Alex here. I think he starts off saying in Spanish, he wants to say, I want a hamburger in English. So it appears he succeeded.
They texted me last night at midnight and said, "Why didn't you tell us about Five Guys?" They said it was the best hamburger.
Well, I
took him to In-N-Out. I guess that
In-N-Out's
wasn't good enough.
Now, you know what? If you guys want a really, really, really outstanding hamburger here in Whittier, California, Big D's Burgers is,
The best.
oh man.
Where's that?
It's-
Downtown?
No, it's right up the street. I could throw a rock from here and hit Big D's.
Oh, okay.
Right off of Whittier Boulevard and I believe Broadway or Norwalk. And anyways, yeah, it's their shakes. The shake, they bring it to you on a platter.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a shake and then there's a whole experience around it.
Oh, my daughter would love that. I would love that.
No, seriously, bro. The burgers there, like I said, Big D's Burgers here in Whittier. But so where have you guys gone? Damien, where have you guys gone? You guys came to California.
Oh, yeah.
You said you wanted to do a tour, right? You're like, I want to come to California. What do you want to come to California for?
Oh, we just want to know the culture, that we loved before we came here, like skateboard, surfer, barbershops, lowriders. So we want to know the real California. So I was like following the Instagram from Syndicated, and I see all the stuff in that place in Syndicated. So that's why I want to meet Tim, and he gave us a tour, a really good tour in California to see the real California.
Okay,
thing.
I think there's a little something implied there, but we won't get into that. But
I took him to Compton. You know the welcome to Compton signs when you go into town.
Yeah.
Had him jump up there, take some pictures. Took him to some old car dudes out there.
Okay.
Old gangbangers, and kind of gave him the feel of Compton. Took him to downtown LA, and what else? In and Out. Got tattooed late night. Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Okay, so I heard what you said. You wanted, barber, skateboarder, tattoos, all that. So, and that's the guy next to you right here, Mr. Tim. He fits the bill. Tim is,
he's a good guest. Yeah.
No, in today's
You're the guest.
Yeah. So what is
host?
The host? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. And okay, back to barbering. So you guys, you've been. How long have each of you been barbering?
Alex is almost 9 years, and I'm almost 4 years and a half, something.
Okay, so you guys have been barbering for a while.
Yeah.
And what made you guys open? What made you open the shop? Who owns the shop? Is it you?
Yeah,
or
I'm the owner.
What made you open the shop?
Mexico. They are a traditional barber since all the time, from the old guys, but they like disappearing in a time like on the 90s on 200. So they just started like salons, just for like for the ladies or the boys, but it's not they were not a place for a boys, for a gentlemen's. And I was in Austin, Texas, and I saw all the culture, all the stores about everything, and I said, why we don't have anything like that in Monterrey, in my hometown? So that's why I started Bravos. Like, I like the culture of barbering. So I started like do a place with a high level, like, because Mexico, we got talent.
Do you have to go to barber college in Mexico, or you could just open up shop and start cutting?
Yeah, that's what is Mexico now. You don't go to the college, just starting with your friends on your garage, but it depends of the barber. If you want to learn more, you have to travel. You have to learn with other barbers. So that's what we are doing now. We need a school, but we need to see the reality of the barbering. So that's how we.
So you guys started where you started at home with friends, and did you go to barber college?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to in Mexico.
You don't have to.
I guess.
So it's kind of the apprentice, pretty much like an apprentice relationship,
or
right?
Start in your garage like he did.
Yeah, and then you're now looking for.
Did you open it straight out of your garage, or did you go watch somebody?
No, straight up on my garage,
and then just rented a place and started cutting customers.
Yeah,
oh, that's
and they loved
it.
And they loved it how we started. So this is the start. And Alex, his mom is he cut the hair, but for the woman, I don't know, a stylist. Yeah. So he learned from he was a young guy, Okay. So he started at the age of 13, ¿verdad?
Sí.
He started at the 13. Now he's 20, almost 22.
Wow.
So that's why he's like 8 years barbering, and yeah, in Mexico also we have barbering, but we had a lot of guys that come from Texas, but like a different barbering, like I don't know how you call
like
it, but
lines and designs.
Yeah.
Like urban barbers, yeah.
Yeah, and they were in Mexico like 15 years ago, 20, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like a traditional barber, they're just started like 4 years, 5 years.
There's only a handful of them from what I've gathered in Mexico right now.
Yeah, there's Armadillo barbershop is down there too.
They're a good one. Yeah, from Querétaro, I guess.
Because you guys are from Nuevo León, right?
Yeah, Nuevo León.
Nuevo León is your state.
Yeah, it's the state, Nuevo León.
In the northeast part of Mexico.
Yeah.
So you guys are a little closer to Texas and the Gulf.
Yeah, we are like 2 hours from Texas.
Yeah. And, Mexico always has a long history, just like, maybe, I don't know if it's as much as an American cinema.
We're in Mexico right now. California is Mexico.
It is.
Thanks, dude. Thank you.
But, they had a long tradition of Mexican film stars, Pedro Infante,
Tintan.
Javier Solis, Tintan. I mean, every film star from the silver screen, was just dapper as hell. I mean, they looked, amazing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if every guy could be Clark Gable, and if you wanted to appear in movies back then, that's how you looked. You looked outstanding. And I don't know, if you look over here to your left, the top individual, that's my grandfather, from Mexico, from the beautiful estado de Jalisco.
Okay.
And
They retouch it with color?
that's how they did it. But, like they did the
Or did you have it retouched?
No, that's how it was done.
Wow.
Original. It's an original picture. They did like the plate coloring of the plates.
That's cool.
But that's something, and that's probably from like the 40s. But that's something in Mexico that's always been like this tradition of being, well groomed was part of like, having status within yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because if you look like a bum, like you're a shame, a disgrace to your family. Is that still over there in Mexico in the culture?
I don't know. Have you been to TJ lately?
No, I mean.
Well, it disappears a little bit, but yeah, you find some guys like looking like pachucos, like you say. But yeah, we have people like they still like to look like really shine.
I took him to Greenspans.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of right up that alley.
Greenspans. You know what? And there's actually a store in Santana too, on 4th Street. I believe it's called.
Gunther's.
No, the Western Wear place. I think starts with the R. It might be Roberts or it might be R Western Wear. He's been there since like the 60s or 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my uncles, everybody used to buy Pendletons there, and you go in there, it's,
They still sell them and
oh yeah,
the same.
Yeah, the original owner's still there. It's a really cool little shop, and but I think to see Tim, for those of you who haven't seen, Tim invited me maybe last year sometime when 2 barbers from Japan came.
Nice.
It was Hirakawa and Wolfman and South Korea barber Harley, right?
Yeah, Barber Harley.
Yeah, from N2 Rage barbershop.
Yep.
And so it seems that, people when they come into town, into Southern California, they're looking to Syndicate or getting connected with Syndicate to get that barber culture. Because one of the things about Tim's shop, he has, do you still have that big kind of glass cabinet in the front of the shop?
Yeah, full of the old vintage barber shit.
Man. And that's one thing about Tim. Tim's also, I believe I'm not sure if he might border on being a hoarder yet, but I know he's huge into antiques. If you look on his Instagram, he's always selling some antique that I always go, man, I wish I had enough money to buy that.
I wish you did too.
I bet your wife wishes that.
Yeah, right.
But, and so you looked up Tim. Did you look him up when you got here, or did you already contact him before?
Well, we've been communicating for a minute now.
Okay.
Is the first time we communicated when you commented on my Insta snap of me pushing the lawnmower with Mexican music behind it?
Oh yeah, that was the first time. Yeah, that
I was mowing the yard, and I just went on Pandora and typed in Mexican music. And the first song to come on, I put it on full blast and started mowing the yard. And he replied to it like that was the best group or band around. And then more and more Hispanics started chiming in like, Oh, I can't believe you listen to them.
Who was it? Who was it?
I don't remember which band was, but the good thing is that like he played a Mexican song, you know. That's why I say like, damn, he's the guy that we have to go to California just to chill out, you know.
Well, what a way, right? Through social media, you know?
And that's the cool thing about social media. It's the largest platform, free promotion, advertising. Yep. You meet people. People come from all over the world that I would have never met if it wasn't for Instagram or shit. I started on MySpace, then Facebook, now Instagram. But yeah, we wouldn't even know each other.
No, and that's the beauty, right? Is that it brought all of us here together, you know? Because I think that's, like I said, it might have been through a mutual friend that I met, Tim and Chris, but you know, it's now allowed this for us to be here sitting down together. You know, we have some individuals, you know, these folks here from Bravo's Barbershop, and we got Syndicate Barbershop here, and we're here at the Lodgecast. You know, we're able to join this world together, and the podcast really what it is it's a community. It's a society within a society for people to tap into, you know, culture, to lifestyles. Yeah. And it doesn't matter, you know, where they're from. And in Mexico, what's the biggest trend in barbering? What haircut do you do the most in Mexico?
I think that now is the undercut, the famous. The undercut, like a skin fade with side part and a pompadour. But we really we don't like to do really too much that haircut. We like to do more like long haircut, like you have, like with the fenders on the sides, slick backs. So that's what we like to do.
Okay.
But we're starting like showing the people in Mexico that there is a lot of haircuts that we can do. So that's the difference that we want to do in our barbershop. That is not just a skin fade. It's, you know, it's a good haircut. I got it with me. But that's why we like the barber, because you can do everything on your hair. And we have to do it. We like to do it like in traditional haircuts. Flat tops, boogies.
Let's hear this guy talk over here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually, what are your guys? What's your favorite haircut to give?
¿Cuál es tu favorito? Tu
Flat
corte?
top boogie.
Flat top boogie. No, you straight out said something that's from a poster. The name, right?
Yeah, we find it in a poster. Like,
is that on the Hollywoods one or the Ruzel one?
No, that's on the Ruzel, right?
No, we find it in the Hollywood.
Okay. Oh, is it on the Hollywoods?
Yeah, in that one. That's why we know the haircut names. But I don't know. In Mexico, I think maybe I'm not.
Which one's the flat top boogie?
It's a flat top with the fenders on the sides, but in the top it's a flat top.
And a taper in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the boogie.
Yeah, that's the boogie.
The boogie. Well, I don't know.
With the flat top.
With the flat top.
Flat top, but we just can't have the boogie now.
Yeah.
And so when is your mom still I'm speaking to Alex here. Is your mom still a stylist?
Sigue tu mamá cortando el pelo.
Sí, aún ella todavía está activa.
Yeah, she's now cutting hair.
She has her own salon.
She's a manager in a salon.
Now, what does she think when you became a professional barber? Now, I mean, one thing is to be cutting, with Damien here out of a garage, but what does she think? What was your mom saying? What does she think of you?
¿Qué pensó tu mamá cuando empezaste ya como que a cortar el pelo como barbero, así ya se puede decir profesional? ¿Qué pensó de ti? ¿Qué piensa de ti estando aquí?
No, pues me apoya. Yo creo que ella piensa que puedo llegar bien lejos, ya que me empeño en hacer las cosas. Y me apoya un buen, me echa un chorro de porras para no quedarme abajo y darle como debe de ser.
He said that his mom really like what he's doing. He's I don't know how to say apoyar? Support a lot. And he's supporting Alex too much, like for the travel. And he's a young guy. He's 21, so she let him like go everywhere just to learn, because she wanna see him like go far, not just in Mexico, everywhere.
No, and that's the thing with barbering is that it's kind of taken on like a global.
It's a trend. It's trending.
But and this is one thing I'm sure these gentlemen here, Damien and Alex, know is that, and I know Tim is well aware of this, is barbering, the whole revival worldwide came out of Southern California.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no other. We can't say it
of this of a younger.
Of
generation.
The tattooed barber, of the traditional, checkered flooring.
Yeah. I mean, no one reinvented the wheel, and they had checkered floors back then. They had the whole, obviously, everything we're putting in our shops and decorating them. No, and it died out for a while, and then...
Yeah, and that's the revival. The revival isn't that you're creating something. That's the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Renaissance is you're creating something. The revival is you're breathing life back. You're bringing back to life. Revivir.
Yeah.
Right? Bring back to life. And it came out of Southern California.
Right.
So for individuals, whether they're from Japan, South Korea, Mexico, I know Canada's down here a lot.
We're the microscope to the West Coast for barbering is pretty much, you could say, the microscope to the world. I'd say.
They want to tap into the source. and even, I mean, God rest his soul, Jake Briggs, but, Eric Webb still, is barbering. Eric Webb is as close as you could get to the founder of this style of barbering, right?
Him and Pedro Zermino are the reasons, are the two guys why I'm doing it.
No, yeah, and that's something that
Pedro has a shop or 2 or 3 in Mexico.
Okay, wow.
He owns you know him?
No.
He owns Imperial and
I'm sorry.
And Razorbacks in Long Beach.
That's right.
But yeah, he opened 1 or 2 or something.
He threw me off there when you talked about Mexico Barbershop. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I thought he was right there in Long Beach, down the street, not too far from you, right around the corner. No, and I think that's, and of course, I always give credit to Donnie for doing, being an ambassador worldwide for, pomade innovation after Cool Grease. And then that's just, the facts, right?
Right.
But, so to see these individuals here, there's another barbershop we were just discussing earlier off camera, Armadillo Barbershop. And it's exciting to see that they're transporting, and I'm sure in Mexico back then, there was probably really cool barbershops, right?
Yeah.
I mean, traditional barbering, the old chairs, back then they were new at the time, but Mexico had its own style, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, we got a different on different actors like Tintan, Pedro Infante. So that's
we heard that, Tim.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's where Mexico are like on a good point, because they were looking like good, really good. They have to look really good to the movies, the haircut, the mustache. So yeah, they were a really good barbering in Mexico.
Their shop blew up because he has a customer or friend that works for, what's the beer company?
We were working for Cerveza Sol. There were a big campaign in Mexico, the national campaign, and they are just making the history of me, like how I started.
Commercial.
Yeah, commercial. How I started, because I am industrial designer, so I quit my job. I let it down just to start the barbering thing.
Wow! So you gave up a career. You had a good, a respectable, quote unquote, job.
Yeah.
And you gave it up to barber.
Yeah, I'm just quit because,
which I think is pretty common, because a lot of people don't like their 9-to-5 job.
And it's a huge risk, though. I mean, especially in Mexico, right? You're kind of like, headed into deep space, right? You're not exactly sure. It's not like Southern California, right?
Right.
You can launch
Lots
it.
of options.
Hell, there's tons of shops. You could throw, step out of one and walk into another, especially here in Whittier. There's so many shops here in Whittier, amazing shops. My barbershop, American Vintage Barbershop, God bless his soul, late Carlos Gomez. But
I think you forgot to say Tip Top.
No, there's tons. There's Uptown Barbers. I mean, there's another one that just opened. Sometimes I can't even keep up. Yeah, that one.
Speed.
Actually, we looked in here in my community here in Whittier. I think the last we looked, there's about 20 shops.
Fuck.
20 shops.
Yeah.
I mean, that is that, and it's. There's obviously enough people to get their haircut.
Yeah, just this block alone, on your one block.
Yeah,
if every dude on this one block, all four sides, went to one barbershop, that's enough clientele for 2 to 3 people.
Oh, and they're busy. I mean, they're busy. Not everybody takes appointments, and some of these shops, I know Uptown, they'll have people waiting an hour or two.
Yeah.
You go on a Saturday morning, but that's here in Southern California. So in Mexico,
It's the same.
you know, tell me about it. What's it like?
Well, in Mexico, we have a lot of barber shops. But the thing in Mexico or in Monterrey is that they are just open a barber just for get money, like everyone, you know. But they don't have the love of barbering like a lot of people have here in California. They just open the shop just with no knowledge about the barbering. So they have just the money to open the shop. So that's why I don't like the kind of barbering that they are opening.
They open it like a business.
Yeah, they open like a business.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, I know.
Makes you look better.
Yeah, I know. So there is a few barbers in Monterrey, like us, like a true barber, traditional. But
Are you guys friends or rivals or?
No, we're just friends. We know each other.
You don't go like vandalize their stuff and call them putos and
No.
You know, there's a funny story. A barber shop, he was a second generation. He is a second generation barber in Ireland, Waldorf Barbershop, and Liam. I can't remember his last name; is escaping me right now. But his father was a barber, and his father's a barber. Maybe in the early 1900s. And there's a story of, everybody talks about barber love, right?
Right.
And like Tim's talking about rivalry. And Liam's father would send Liam when he was a little kid and his friend, he'd pay him, I don't know, a nickel or a quarter, whatever the hell, and he'd pay him to go stand in front of the competition shop with the rag with red paint and put it on their neck and say that they got cut at that barbershop.
Oh, that's rad.
To deter customers away. I mean, but because barbering is like Damien was saying, there's some that are opening it up as a business. Do you guys look at it as a lifestyle, a culture, a profession? What do you guys look at barbering as?
¿Cómo ves la barbería como un estilo de vida, una cultura,
Profesión.
Yo creo que un poco de los tres, sí.
Well, Alex said that he lives the barbering like a lifestyle, culture, professional. Yeah, to me it's like a lifestyle, you know. I like the customer service, like how I treat my customer. So I like to speak a lot with my customer to know them, what they do. So that's why I like the barbering, to know a lot of people, just to see what's going on in the world, to know people out of country, like team. We want to go to Australia maybe next year. So we want to go everywhere just to know people, to do that connection of barbering, because we want to get that connection. Maybe team someday want to go to Monterrey. It's like, welcome.
Yeah.
You are in home. So that's the point.
It's like a community, it's a global community. It's not just, but I think for you guys, it's to see what barbering is. What does it mean? What does it mean to Alex and to you, Damien? What does it mean?
I don't know. I think that is a lifestyle.
I know, but what is it? What I mean is, okay, so you drop out, you change jobs, right? You have a real job, profession. What is it? Architect?
Industrial designer.
Industrial designer. And so I assume, did you have tattoos back then?
No.
So you didn't have any tattoos, and you went to college for it? Did you go to college for industrial designer?
Oh yeah.
So you're
5 years.
So he's college educated, you know, and it just probably just like America, if your parents support you to go through college.
I'm a college graduate.
And Tim is
Barber college.
Nice.
you know, and then that's it's a thing to be proud of, because, you know, it's such an ancient profession. Thousands. You guys what you guys all do up here is a profession that's been for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Ancient, since man has needed to cut hair, since caveman said, hey, I'm tired of this shag, I'm tired of looking like a hippie, and I, you know, I want to shave, and they got the obsidian and made a razor. Or King Tut, you know, who wanted a razor buried with them, you know, and all the pharaohs had barbers buried next to them so they could look good in the afterlife.
Right.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of any other profession, you know, I don't care what you are, CPA or lawyer, that the pharaoh or kings had to have you buried next to them, you know? I mean, but in Mexico, how are tattoos viewed in Mexico?
How is the tattoo?
Yeah, I mean, are you viewed as a normal person, or are you viewed as a criminal, or are you viewed as a lowlife?
Well, we are like in the middle of that. We are just starting, like, see people like lawyers, or I don't know, cops, or I don't know, professionals with a tattoo.
So it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing. Yeah, a little, but it's changing. But to me, like, I have problems with my mom also. I'm still have problems with my mom now.
And your older brother's here too, right?
Yeah, he's with us. He's helping me with the media.
Okay, and he's off camera right now. But what's his name?
Eduardo.
Eduardo's here off of. Now, does he have tattoos?
Yeah, but just a couple, not too much.
Okay, so the one on the ankle, I'm not sure if that one counts, but but we got Damien here, and you know, Alex here. He's got his neck blasted there, right? Right.
Actually, yeah.
His neck.
Yeah, actually, when we were with Tim, like doing the tattoo thing, Alex wanted the tattoo on the. How do you call
On the back of his head.
Yeah, on the back of his head. But I don't know. We are trying to not do that.
I tried to get him to put it on his forehead.
Yeah, tattoos hurt.
He wasn't buying it.
What do they say? If they didn't hurt, then everybody would get them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
you know?
they hurt, and everyone seems to be getting them.
Now.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's one guy. I won't put him on blast or pull his covers, but there's one guy literally on social media. Within the span of 2 years, he went from virgin skin, so no tattoos, and literally from his neck down to his fingers. And I thought, did he get ink poisoning? I mean, I don't even know if he knows what he even has on him anymore. You know, most tattoos, you get them, like Damien and Alex here, they have these tattoos that actually mean something. They're like, right? And Tim, you know, I mean,
I've been
Tim's
covering them up.
You know,
a couple of them are 3 times over already.
But they mean something. You know, you're not going to forget. You know what you have on you, and that's
some of them do, I guess.
Well, some you want to forget. You know,
yeah,
just
right.
like whatever makes me go and hit the bottle. But
yeah.
You know, but that's the thing, and I think culture for barbering worldwide is an exciting time. But it's finding people that are legitimately doing it. You know, not going to some of these. I mean, they're just posers. I mean, let's just call them what they are, right? They're just. I'm not a barber. I don't pretend to be one, but I know a real barbershop when I see it. You know, I know some of them are just being opened as businesses. You know, I think there's probably more money to be made in a laundromat.
Well, at the end of the day, it is a business.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You're not doing it out of the goodness of your heart going, here, everybody just come on in.
Well, you see a lot of that on the internet. Like,
all that trend of let me see.
Just the love and the passion and which sure I understand, but at the end of the day, you're not going to do it for free.
No one
works for free unless you're, you know, every once in a while, like homeless people come by the shop and I'll give them a free, like if they're cool, I'll give them a smoke. If we start talking, vibing, maybe give them a haircut. Other than that, you're going to pay up, and it's a business, and it's a business at the end of course.
The day. I wouldn't go into a restaurant and expect a free meal,
right? And
be like, "Well, you're the local restaurant."
Well, if you go to Panda Express, they let you try everything first. So I always run down the line and try it all.
Just tell them I got my own toothpicks.
Yeah,
load them up, so you don't have to. It cost you nothing at that end. But And I think there is a trend though of and I'm not even sure if they're barbers or if they're male stylists that are going around and cutting homeless people's hair. And,
Right.
and they're posting it like,
It's cool. It's totally cool.
yeah.
You know, they're doing a service for a homeless person, which is bitching. You know, they're going to stoke that guy's day out and possibly, if that guy's in his right mind, maybe help him get a job or.
But if that's all in your social media feed, I'm
Right.
not sure if that's you're really doing it out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah,
Or
who's
you
to
just-
tell?
You know what I mean? Because I know I've been at your shop before, and I've seen.
But
you
if
know,
they're not you know, like I've seen a couple of those pages.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they would make money off it. They're not advertising on there or anything. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I've seen some of those pages, which is cool that they're doing it. But yeah, who knows what their motive is?
you know, and for me personally, I'm like, if this is all your feed and this is your
Yeah.
your gimmick. I mean, seriously, at
Yeah.
a certain point, because I know I've been at your shop before when somebody down on their luck. Comes by and I've seen you and I'm thinking Tim's not snapping a picture and posting it like, look, I'm going to cut this guy's hair
Right.
in every picture in his feed. And this is what Tim becomes known for of I'm the homeless barber guy going around cutting in the streets every picture. To me, it's kind of like if you're doing it to inspire, hey, maybe that's cool. That's, I like you said, we don't know their motives,
Right.
but it is an interesting trend. But going back here to our guest, so you guys have been here since when? When did you guys get here to California?
Tuesday.
And obviously you guys flew in.
Yeah, we flew to Tijuana and then going up to Long Beach.
Which is Tijuana is almost like another country in and of itself, right? You have like Mexico,
Dude.
America, and Tijuana is like a whole nother country.
My friend Ryan that just tattooed him, they went down there probably 6 weeks ago to go tattoo some gangbangers that got deported from Fullerton, not knowing that these guys were who they were. A friend of his is like, hey, let's go tat some friends down there. So they went down there. I guess you can't drink on the street. So he was walking down the street like Revolution or something next to a guy he didn't even know that had a beer in his hand, and the paddy wagon pulled up, snatched his ass up, and he's probably his size, Ryan. Grab him, stuff him in the back. He said it was pitch black. All he can see is white eyeballs.
Wow.
They chained him to the roof. Everyone's pulling out their dough, trying to get him out. Cashed the cops out. They said, fuck off. They shut the door, kept him, drove around for 45 minutes, let him out, shook him down, took all his shit, and told him to split.
Damn.
So it's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, so it is
down there.
another world. It
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah, it is.
like I said, we have Mexico, and then there's
Tijuana.
which is Baja California. And maybe we should just drop the California off of that because I don't know how much it associates with us. But,
I just went to Hong Kong's for the first time. I've heard about it my whole life. And it was me and my wife. And we just went down to Revolution to go get tacos and do a little shopping. Just walked across the border or whatever. I started having a few beers. And I was like, hey, let's go. And I've in the 8 years we've been together, I've never heard her say a cuss word. She says like F word or B word. She's never
so she
smoked
doesn't
a
say it.
cigarette.
She's
Yeah.
one letter.
So I'm like, hey, let's go check out this place, Hong Kong's. It's a world famous strip club. She's like, absolutely not. What, like, why would we do that? I just kept chipping away at it. Finally, she goes, okay, we'll have one beer, and if it gets weird before that beer's done, we're out of there. So inside, I was like, fuck yeah, I want to check this place out. My buddies have been
We're in
there.
the door, right? We're in the door.
Yeah, so we get in there, and it's not a strip club. It's a straight whorehouse. Like a strip club, they're working the pole and, you're getting lap dances. There's a couple poles in there, but they're just kind of slowly walking around them. And there's about 250 chicks in there. And I didn't know that. I thought it was a strip club. I knew you can pull chicks out there and bang them, but so it's just chicks walking around, and you can pretty much point at one or tell her to come here.
Yeah.
And there's a motel upstairs.
So I'm sure, and your wife's reaction was,
Oh, the best part about it, I wish we could have stayed there longer, obviously. But there's a long stage, kind of waist high, with bubbles all over it and soap. and there's
Okay.
girls sliding back and forth.
What?
And so, yeah, chairs all around it, and you can just do it. So we just had a booth and just kind of watching.
So your wife actually, stayed there for a minute.
For a minute.
Yeah.
After, and we just had, they sat us where they could. Just so happens we're in front of that waist-high stage. Not on the stage, but on the booth. So she had seen enough, and she said, let's get the fuck out of here.
So, since you guys have been here in California, what have you, any crazy things? I mean, any, man, I can't believe, I just woke up in that guy's yard or whatever, anything, or has it just been, a legitimate, business trip? Don't worry, your mom, I'm sure your mom, I don't know if she'll be tuned in.
I think it's Tim.
Any incriminating stuff?
I think it's this guy next to me.
It's Tim?
Yeah.
So it's been Tim, his debauchery has gotten to you? Is that what that is?
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that Compton was a good place to be with Tim, with the Mexican guys. I don't know.
Well, we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
They were a bit worried when I said where we were going. It's like, let's go to this taco shop. It's right on Rosecrans and Long Beach Boulevard. I always go there. I go with my family. Sometimes I'll go by myself because that's hoe heaven. That's where all the prostitutes are. And I love just sitting in the window eating tacos and watching hookers go by.
Yeah. So it's a common theme, obviously. It's just like a thing of just this meat market, right?
I just I don't know. I just like this taco place, and especially because there's hookers walking by, So it's the whole vibe. So I tell these guys we're going to Compton to get tacos, and he's like, "Okay, is it pretty bad there?" Or because I've seen it on television.
He's all straight out of Compton. Then is that what it was?
Yeah.
But no, we got a good pass, and I got lots of friends out there, so showed them a good time.
Yeah, that was a good trip to Compton.
So what has been each of your favorite parts of your visit here in California?
¿Cuál ha sido tu mejor lugar donde has ido?
Compton.
See? It's because Alex is a fan from Bloody
Of course, I had
Blood.
to put Easy on while we were in Compton.
From Easy E? Is that what?
Yeah, well, actually, Alex likes too much the movie, the Blood In, Blood Out, the Sangre por Sangre. So that's why we start that trip with Tim, because we telling Tim that we want to go to the Del Pino, the bike where is the movie. So Tim take us to the Compton, to the Green Pants, right? Green Pants. So
Greenspans, yeah.
Greenspans. So that's Alex. That's where they like Compton and all this.
So, and what about you? What was your favorite spot here? Besides here, you could tell me I love being here. This is the best thing I've done the whole time. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna argue with you.
I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. We're being in Palos Verdes, I guess is the name, on the hill.
Yeah, by the coast.
That was a nice view, like
the park.
I don't know. It was a park, but was a parking and a view, like you can see all the coast.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that's the part that I love because I see like the coast and the guys surfing and all the stuff. So I think it's Palos Verdes. That place is like a good place to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's big dollar homes up there.
Yeah,
but it's because you got that view.
Have you taken them to any other shops or anything or
no, when we left, this is only the second day I've seen them, but that day we left and went straight to get lunch and then made our way up to LA, and by the time we got back it was late. So no.
You know what?
I pointed out a couple.
Okay.
Like that we were driving past.
Yeah. You're like, don't go to those fuckers right there. No. Those guys are assholes.
Nah.
No, Tim's not that way. But what do you think in Mexico, each of you, What led to the revival in Mexico? What made?
I'm gonna step out and burn one for a second.
Go on ahead, then. We'll be here waiting for you.
All right.
What led to the revival in Mexico?
Well, I think the professional that is the barbering here. Well, the guys that we met are so professionals. So how they do, how they how do you say manejan la tienda?
How they run their business?
Yeah, how they run the business. I think that to me, like an owner, that's the thing that I wanna go to Monterrey and do it right there, because we are doing good, but you have to go to other places just to see if you are doing good or if you have to do something more. So that's the thing that I wanna go to Mexico and start doing right there.
What about pomade? How is the pomade out there? Is there a lot of pomade companies? Is there? And which one's your favorites? Each of you. I want to hear each of you answer on this.
To me, I guess it's Layrite.
Layrite?
Alex.
Yeah.
Alex also loved Layrite. But yeah, the all Americans pomade, like in California, like Layrite, Suavecito, Steadfast, I guess, is from here. I don't know. Prospectors and Imperial.
I think pretty much almost all pomades. There's very few pomades that are made in another state or not in Southern California.
Yeah, so they are in Mexico now, but now is like hard to buy it because for the dollar, so it's expensive in Mexico. You can get it, but it's expensive. So some people or your customers sometimes they don't have the money to pay it.
Well, so, how much is a haircut? How much do you guys charge for a haircut?
Well, we are like very cheap because we are on the place that we are is not a rich place. So in pesos is 160 pesos. In dollars is like $8, $10, something like that.
Yeah, but in peso, what's the peso? 1 peso to what is it? To what's it to the dollar right now?
It's 20 pesos is $1.
So yeah, 20 pesos is $1 American dollar. So it's the peso's really weak.
Yeah, it's really weak. So that's why you can charge or you can more money, But the things down in Mexico is complicated, So sometimes you have to help.
Yeah.
Your people.
You be in the community.
Yeah. That's what I told you, that the barbering to me, like an owner, it's a business. I need money, But if I have the time, if I have the opportunity to do something with what's going on in Mexico, maybe it's that, like giving a service, a good service for a good price. So that's
what a real barbershop is, being part of the community.
Yeah.
Because do you guys live near your barbershop?
Yeah, well, I live like 15 minutes.
And what about Alex?
Yeah, ¿cómo cuánto vives de Bravos?
Como una hora.
Well, he lives an hour.
Wow, so it's a drive.
Yeah.
Wow, because being in your community, even an hour away, is important because your customers, you want to see them, right?
Yeah.
When you go to the store or...
Well, the good thing in Bravos is that we are located in downtown Monterrey, so it's the middle of the city.
Monterrey is the capital, right?
Yeah.
Of Nuevo León, of your state.
Of Nuevo León, yeah. And we got a different cities around the Monterrey. And there is like 5 cities around the Monterrey.
Okay.
So we are the middle. So some people that maybe lives on the east side and goes to the job like to the west side, and Bravos is in the middle.
Okay.
Maybe when they come from the work, they stop in Bravos.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we have people from everywhere in Monterrey. And that's why I told you that we are not in the rich place. So we take a lot of different people. Maybe a rich boy can go to Bravos and give us a tip. Like, this is $8,
Yeah.
But there you go, there is $15 to go. So that's how we get that balance with the money.
Well, yeah, you have to. I mean, you can't be, you have to adjust to your community.
Yeah.
Tim apparently survived his
Smoking addiction.
I wasn't going to call it that, but I guess if he wants to go ahead and call it that.
They say find something you love and let it kill you. I guess it's cigarettes.
But I've had a real good time. I'm thankful to Tim here for his constant support of us, and he's definitely made sure that we're in the loop. If something's going on and he thinks it's a good fit, he reaches out. He's a real good friend, and people should really make sure to check out Syndicate Barbershop on Instagram. It's at Syndicate Barbershop. And Tim also has one at Tim Syndicate.
And then I also have the company Leisure Label.
Leisure
with
Label.
a friend.
Yeah, you know what? We'll talk after this episode about getting you on a future one.
At Leisure Label on Instagram.
At Leisure Label. And I believe your wife also has a business.
Yeah, Honey Bunny Intimates. She
Yes.
makes bras and lingerie for women.
Hey,
Which is rad because, like, girls, it's an easy business for her as far as, like, content. Because girls love to show themselves off, especially on Instagram or social media, take sexy photos and stuff.
Exactly.
So when she sells a bra or lingerie, they send her photos of them in the bra. So it's constantly direct messaging titties. So I get like first view of the shot before it goes on
you got to
Instagram.
inspect to make sure it's worthy. You're looking for quality. Make sure that it's not distorted images.
I'm quality control for the tits.
Exactly. So make sure you check out Syndicate, Leisure Label, and Honey Bunny Intimates, and Bravos on Instagram and Facebook. Is it the same?
Yeah, bravos.mx.
Bravos.mx, and you guys have a website too, right?
And Facebook.
Or no website?
Oh no. Right now, no, it's not working.
Okay, so you guys used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite all right. But I'd like to thank these folks for coming in, these gentlemen. Make sure that you're supporting. Barbering is a worldwide lifestyle. It's a worldwide profession, and to find people that are representing, and they're not trying to say they're the ones that got the best way. They're looking towards the barber community by traveling. Not only are they here in Southern California now, but they have goals to travel to, you said Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's other places, right, that they want to tap into. And that's what barbering's about, is we're not the only ones, and we're not the first ones, and we're sure in the hell not the last ones.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to thank Damien and Alex. Muy agradecidos to have you guys here. Es un honor. And I'm really thankful for them and their time. And for Eduardo, who's off camera, making sure not to take a full picture of me, but he's off camera here.
I'm sure he's got a couple.
Yeah, he probably does. It's all right. I'll survive.
Yeah, right.
But so that'll do it for this episode of
So
the
are you not on
Lodgecast.
camera right now?
Yeah, slightly. I'm off camera.
So you want to stay kind of out of the...
Yeah, but there's still lights here.
Can I see that nice Pendleton right now?
Oh, no, yeah, you could see. There's a total side profile.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that'll do it for this episode of the Lodgecast. So make sure that you subscribe to us. We're on Google Play, iTunes, and on the website, gentlemansavenue.com/the Lodgecast. So until next time, be well and take care.
Later.
Thank you, Mr. M.